I present to you the Migos. The three-part team of Quavo, Takeoff, and Offset have made some of the best music and purchases the modern music industry has ever seen. Sadly, one member of Migos is no longer around. Takeoff lost his life in a violent altercation in November of 2022, and the police have since arrested a suspect believed to be the man that murdered Takeoff. At the time, he was worth a small fortune of $26 million, though that number would likely have climbed significantly higher over the course of what would have been a highly successful life. As far as his purchases go, let's start with his car collection. As you'll see, all of the Migo members have highly impressive car collections, and Takeoff's were no different. He owned a Maserati Gran Turismo worth $110,000, a Lamborghini Aventador worth $500,000, and a Mercedes G63 AMG worth over $156,000. If this is where his car collection was going, something tells me a Bugatti Veyron would have joined these supercars. Not only was Takeoff supposedly the glue of the team, but he also had a soft spot for his family. He assisted Quavo by buying his mom a home, one that is worth several million, and is one of the finest Christmas presents I've ever seen. If you didn't already know, Quavo was Takeoff's uncle, so this was a gift that came straight from the family. Chances are that some truly extraordinary purchases would have come, but tragedy stuck in Houston while shooting dice behind a bowling alley with a group of people. A fight broke out, and he was attacked with a deadly weapon that ended his life at the young age of 28. So far, only one suspect has been apprehended. Hopefully, they have the right guy. Over 20,000 people gathered for a memorial service for the rapper. Guests included the likes of Drake, Gucci Mane, Ja Rule, Justin Bieber, Cardi B, and of course, Offset and Quavo. They joined millions of fans all over the world who either gathered in person to honor the rapper or online to show their respects. They have gone so far as to share online baby photos of Takeoff and personal accounts of their love for him in memory of one Takeoff who was taken from the world far too soon. One thing's for sure, his legacy and music career will never be forgotten. As far as Offset goes, he's earned a sizable amount of money for his share of the profits from the Migos group, a whopping $26 million if you want to be exact. As far as the cars he was able to pick up during his time with Migos, Offset's expensive taste is very similar to the other two members of the Migos. In his collection, he's got a Lamborghini Urus worth $222,000, his Mercedes Maybach S600 worth $100,000, his Rolls-Royce Wraith worth $330,000, his Lamborghini Aventador worth $460,000, and his Lamborghini Aventador SVJ Roadster that's worth a staggering $500,000. What might be the most expensive thing about his life is who he managed to marry. Offset was able to snag the one and only Cardi B. While Migos is certainly a huge success, Cardi B is no slouch either. For her career, she's earned over $40 million and she's just getting started. Cardi B has several high-profile cars of her own that join Offset's, which include her Porsche Panamera S that's worth $153,000, her Mercedes G-Wagon worth $250,000, and her McLaren 720S Spider worth $315,000. However, her Lamborghini Aventador is the most impressive since the couple decided to buy each other his and her Lambos. Now that's a power couple right there. Unfortunately, Offset's the one who's got to do the driving since Cardi B can't drive. Together, the couple has snagged what can only be described as a lover's castle. Their home is enormous. It has everything. There's a rec room, a wet bar, a giant pool, a wine cellar, and it is rumored to have its own firing range. This is one of the finest homes I have ever seen, and it sits on over 5 acres of pristine land. So basically, if Warner Brothers ever needed to create an American equivalent to Hogwarts, their house would pretty much fit the bill. So how much does an enormous American castle like this cost? Well, if you were guessing like $10 million like I would, you'd be shocked to find out that they spent just a fraction of that. They managed to pick this up for an absolute bargain of only $5.5 million. That's one heck of a deal, right? When it came time for Offset to pop the question, it was made clear that Cardi B wouldn't just get a standard ring from Jared's or something. She would need a ring that's next level. The enormous pear-shaped ring features diamonds so big that Cardi likely has back problems now because of it. So how much is a ring that's so huge it almost covers your entire palm? Apparently, Offset had to spend close to $500,000 to get the ring. A top-of-the-line ring for any other couple, but this is Offset and Cardi B, and I'd say this ring wins Offset the Husband of the Year award. Just when you thought it couldn't get any more expensive, Offset decided he would upgrade the ring with another one designed by the same place that made the original. They nicknamed this ring the Titanic Diamond, and Offset gave it to Cardi on her 27th birthday. The upgraded ring is apparently worth a whopping $1 million. Are you kidding me? That's the price of a very nice home, and it's just sitting there right on her ring finger. Quavo is the last member of Migos and has a sizable piece of the pie too. Over the years, he's earned a staggering $26 million from the music he and the Migos produce. Even with $26 million in his pocket, he spends like he's got $100 billion. While he does spend a lot of money, he's also very smart with how he spends it, spreading the wealth out among several different investments that will bring him more money than his rap career ever did. To demonstrate how extravagant his spending is, he has purchased the exotic animal that all lanky celebrities buy when they want to show the world how much money they have. Yes, Quavo has joined the likes of Mike Tyson and the Tiger King by purchasing his own giant tiger, which he's named Cho. Tigers like this can cost their owners over $800,000. And when accounting for all the things you have to do just to maintain an exotic pet, it doesn't sound like a very smart purchase, especially because it has the ability to make you its breakfast, lunch, or dinner anytime it wants. They require a lot of space to eat and consume between 10 and 25 pounds of food per day. And if you need to take it to the vet, well, expect to be forking out a truckload of money. Why would someone want to have a tiger walking around the house? The most impressive thing Quavo has is his car collection, which is frankly pretty amazing. They are all the classiest cars that money can buy. He's got a Tesla Model X that runs for $150,000, a Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat for $110,000, a Jeep Rubicon Gladiator worth $60,000, a Rolls-Royce Cullinan worth $400,000, a McLaren 720S for $315,000, a Lamborghini Aventador S Roadster for $500,000, and a Mercedes Maybach GLS 600 for $200,000. And just in case you haven't been keeping count this whole time, this entire collection is worth around $1.7 million. Now that's pretty impressive if you ask me. Quavo stayed in an Alpharetta, Georgia home for several years and even recorded a great deal of music there. This castle-like estate is unbelievable, with pools, a tennis court, and some of the greatest designs I have ever seen in a home. It was recently listed for sale with a price tag of around $1.9 million. The fact that Quavo stayed there is actually one of the prime selling points of the estate. Not only has Quavo lived in fine homes, but he's become quite the real estate investor as well. Through Migos' Touring Incorporated, he picked up several homes in Georgia. These all range from $1 million to a few $1,000,000. Quavo was able to negotiate the whole deal down to $2.5 million for 3 different properties. Over the next 20 years, the value of these properties will continue to rise and his portfolio will look even better than it does now. Quavo is ensuring that he never becomes, one of those rappers who lose all their money after their careers were over because, well, if you're building up a real estate empire, it's a great safety net to have just in case albums stop selling. Not only is he buying up real estate, but Quavo's also got another business venture he's planning to take on in the future. He's teamed up with Bitcoin Platinum to launch NFT cyber yachts. While he likes to charter yachts for himself, he's now using that image to sell NFTs in the metaverse. You'll have 888 yachts to choose from should you decide to purchase one. One of his NFT yachts sold for an extraordinary $650,000. Can you believe a picture from the internet sold for that much money? Yeah, I'd say Quavo isn't going to be running out of money anytime soon. While the future does remain unclear, I'd say the remaining members of Migos, Quavo, and Offset will have more successes to come, even if it is without the other. My condolences go out to Takeoff's family. You must be going through such a tough time. His legacy and impact on the music industry will never be forgotten. And as always, be sure to keep up and stay in the lap of luxury by liking, subscribing, and turning on those post notifications so you never miss an upload.